Bloodborne came out in 2015. From Software built a world so deep and so deliberately hidden that 10 years later, players are still finding things nobody knew existed. This is the complete story of Bloodborne's biggest secrets, the ones that rewarded the hunters who looked deepest into the darkness of Yharnam. The first secret starts before the game even begins. When you first wake up in Yosefka's clinic, a voice speaks to you through a locked door. She calls herself a doctor. She sounds kind. She tells you to find other survivors and send them to her for safety. Most players do exactly that, sending every NPC they find to Yosefka for protection. What they don't know is that Yosefka is transforming every person you send her into a celestial emissary, a grotesque alien creature. The healer was experimenting on the people you trusted her to protect, and you helped her do it. In the Forbidden Woods, there is a hidden back entrance to the clinic. Players who find it discover the survivors they saved, all transformed, all waiting in the dark. The second secret is a hidden castle that the game never acknowledges exists. In Cathedral Ward, players find a Cainhurst summons, a letter with no obvious purpose and no clear destination. Most players pick it up and move on. But if you carry it to a specific obelisk in Hemwick Charnel Lane, an area nowhere near where the letter was found, a horse-drawn carriage appears from nowhere. It takes you to Forsaken Cainhurst Castle, an entire Gothic fortress filled with hostile spirits, a new faction called the Vilebloods, and a boss that reveals the history of the blood-drunk nobility who ruled Yharnam. The carriage appears only if you have the letter. The letter gives no hint where to use it. Most players never see Cainhurst at all. The third secret is the music box. At the very start of the game, a small girl standing outside her house hands you a tiny music box. She asks you to find her father. Most players pocket it and forget it exists. But during the Father Gascoigne boss fight, one of the hardest early encounters in any From Software game, playing the music box mid-combat causes him to stagger completely. The music is his dead wife's lullaby. It breaks his mind mid-fight. A horror boss stopped by a child's melody. From Software hid the answer to the hardest early boss inside a gift from his own daughter. Most players die to Gascoigne dozens of times without ever knowing the solution was in their inventory. The fourth secret requires you to lose your mind to find it. The lecture building is a hub between two nightmare dimensions, the Nightmare Frontier and the Nightmare of Mensis. Most players reach it through the main story progression, but players who accumulate enough insight, the currency of cosmic madness in Bloodborne, can access a second floor of the building through the Hunter's Dream itself. The second floor is filled with scholars who went completely insane studying the Great Ones. Their blackboard writings contain fragments of forbidden knowledge about experiments conducted on living subjects. And it leads directly into the Nightmare of Mensis, where one of the most powerful Great Ones in the game hangs in the sky, draining the sanity of everything beneath it. The fifth secret is the one that has never been solved. At the very end of the Chalice dungeons, the most difficult and most overlooked optional content in the game, defeating the final boss Yharnam, Pthumerian Queen drops a single item, the Yharnam Stone. It's categorized as a key item. Its description reads, "A queen's sleeping consciousness is said to rest within." Players treated it as important. They brought it to every NPC, used it at every altar, tried every combination of items, gestures, and locations. Nothing works. No function has ever been discovered. After a decade of community research, extensive data mining, and thousands of hours of attempts, the Yharnam Stone does nothing anyone can identify. From Software placed a key item with a cryptic description behind the hardest optional boss in the game and never explained what it does. The answer might not exist, or it might be the last secret Bloodborne has left. The sixth secret was found by complete accident in late 2025. A player exploring a randomly generated Chalice dungeon walked close to a wall, and an interaction prompt appeared. Inside solid geometry, a chest that should not be reachable. Inside the chest, a single red jelly. No explanation, no quest connection. The Chalice dungeons are procedurally generated with millions of possible configurations. Nobody knows how many more hidden chests like this one are sitting inside walls that players walk past every single run. The seventh and final secret is the door. In Yahar'gul, the unseen village, there is a door. It has an interaction prompt. You press it, and nothing happens. The door never opens. No key exists for it, no item unlocks it, no NPC mentions it. Data miners found no trigger condition in the code. The door simply exists. Interactive, immovable, inexplicable. Players have speculated that it was cut content. Others believe it was intentional. A door that will never open, in a city of the dead, that From Software left there knowing exactly what players would feel when they found it. Bloodborne rewards the hunters who refuse to stop looking. Behind every locked door, at the bottom of every pit, inside every item description, there is something waiting. Some secrets were found in weeks, some took years, some have not been found yet, and one might never be explained at all. The hunt for Yharnam's secrets is still ongoing. 10 years later, the night is long, and the truth is still down there somewhere.